Hi everyone. This week's wrap comes from Canberra, where I'm attending an Australian Local Government Association board meeting with your ALGA board reps, Mayors Matt Burnett and Jack Dempsey.
Matt, isn't it great to be here at the Australian Local Government Board meeting, fighting for Team Queensland to get our piece of the federal and other state funding? And I think my highlight was the recognition by the Shadow Minister to be able to say that they'll place local government back on the National Cabinet. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, no, I'd say that's probably the same, but also the 5 strategic advocacy items that ALGA has focused on. Obviously, we're going to focus on lots of items, but if we can really streamline them down to 5, which we have done, I think we'll be able to get kick more goals and get the federal government listening.
Yeah, a strong voice, but I really do implore all those other councils right around Queensland, no matter where you are, to get to the National Government Association conference here in Canberra and help us advocate a strong voice for Queensland to get its share.
Meantime, there's been lots of LGAQ advocacy underway, and that's why you have me this week for an update. Conflict of interest. And this week we submitted a law reform proposal to the state government. A big thank you to all 27 councils who sent us examples of problems you've been experiencing as a result of unintended consequences of these laws. The Deputy Premier and Minister for Local Government, Stephen Miles, has been sent our submission, so has the OIA. The submission outlines your concerns and puts forward sensible changes that we want made. You've shared many examples, such as the inability of mayors and councillors to contribute to their communities, how they're delegating decisions to the CEO to make behind closed doors, and the extra time councils are spending going through the conflict declaration regime, which is reducing the amount of time councillors can devote to discussing important community issues, and how the laws are also deterring elected members from getting involved in community organisations for fear that it might fall foul of the changes. The legislation took effect last October and is designed to increase transparency around council decision making, but it needs to be workable. So we look forward to working with the Deputy Premier and his department. We'll let you know how those discussions go. On this same topic, thank you for your feedback on the Conflict of Interest app that the LGAQ designed in consultation with the OIA. This app was created to make your life easier by helping you to identify whether you have a conflict and what action you may need to take. A new and improved version has been developed, and we'll let you know as soon as it's approved so you can download it to your phone or PC. Meantime, the Advocate team has held some important webinars for members this week on another key area of focus: road maintenance performance contracts, following the Gundawindi versus Tate case last year. Lau Chin and Robbie Chow from my team, together with Mark Williams from King & Co., provided briefings and took questions from member councils. It follows our submission to the state government earlier in the month for reforms to the Civil Liabilities Act to help strengthen protection for councils with RMPCs. And finally, we had an important advocacy win last week for pest and weed management. The LGAQ's NRM lead, Christy Gooding, has been working hard on your behalf to secure certainty for councils in the supply of 1080. Last week, Minister Mark Furner announced the government would cover 75% of the cost to councils to purchase 1080 for the next 3 years. The current DAF supply will continue until the end of the year, and this gives councils certainty around the supply of 1080 for years and that you won't foot the entire cost going forwards. We'll continue discussions with Minister Furner and the state about the funding of 1080 going forwards. That's it from me. A big week for LGAQ advocacy. I look forward to seeing you soon.